something a little different today. Need to get the shop cleaned up. So it's going to be a lot of me manually moving this camera around because the auto pan one doesn't work with my microphone. So I think to get started, I'm fine with over here. There's just a little bit that needs to be cleaned up over here. But mostly, most of it's going to be on that side of the shop, over on the workbench near the miter saw. It doesn't get a lot of screen time. But let me just get to putting a few of these tools back from our previous session the other night, just so everything's a little tidy over here. Also, need to do something about this power. Power currently comes from the ceiling on a box there. I need to rerun that line down so it's on the wall. Maybe do it twice because I do have two boxes up here. All right. So I can actually easily just flip us around. I gotta go over here and get some trash bags. Is these what I want to use? All right. These are what I want to use. And since the other day, we actually have running water again in our sink. Water is back on for outside. Turn this back around. It's going to be a lot of manual stuff. I don't see me doing this very long. Just got to get a new trash bag in. The way we got a place to put stuff. All right. So I'm going to pick you up. Move you across. Maybe it would make more sense if it was this way. I don't know if I like that shot. Let's take the long way around. So what I have to do every time. This area is a mess. It doesn't help that I also have a lot of logs on the floor. All right, let's see. That's a pretty good shot of the clutter. I'm not looking forward to this at all. But let's actually back you up, because I'm probably going to start over here on this end. Yeah, there we go. It's about time to turn the heat off, which is where you guys are currently sitting. It's right beside the heater. This can actually come in handy over on the lathe. I do need a light over there. There wasn't ever really a rhyme or reason to how things ended up on this pegboard. And that's probably mostly why I hate pegboard. But it is here, and it'll let us easily get things back mounted. So there we go. All right, some clamps. I don't really got a good spot for clamps right now. What's funny is a lot of this stuff was mounted on the walls over there, and then as I started working on it, it gets dropped on this flat surface to be stored. Okay, this works. Works for now, at least. It's with the other clamps. Of course, you guys can't see it because I'm behind the camera. But hanging up in the air is an arm that is used for clamps. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use it for clamps. Here's a question. Do any of you keep your manuals for tools? And if so, where do you put them? I have a whole drawer of them. I've never once, every time I need to look something up, I Google it. So, should I just recycle all these? Leave a comment below. One thing I don't like is I have to go behind the camera to see. I should bring out an iPad. All right, now where was I storing this at? It goes over here somewhere. There are cobwebs everywhere. Sure. Let's put this here. That there. All right. Bandsaw blade. This was stored behind you guys before we moved everything around. I think it can go back. Now that the fridge is in the spot. I don't really have a use for this. It's going over here to the donate pile. It's just an old kitchen utensil organizer. Why do we need any more? We don't. Yeah, pretty good at darts. Won't hit that. This goes in my fire bucket. Firewood bucket. Wherever that may be. All right. I want to set this guy up. I mean, he is kind of set up right now. Shockingly, I use this vise more than this sander, but I think that's because I don't have a good way of collecting the dust off of this guy. At least not yet. I do have a dust collector for it. Oh, and here's some cable. Still need to hook this up to the TV out here. So this can get hung right over here by the router. Man, we were making some good headway. I think I should bring the trash can over here. Okay, staples. Like I said, no rhyme or reason. Some of this stuff also was where the TV is currently. I think that's where these staples were. So there we go. Now we got a box of staples. Do I need four boxes of 3/8 staples? I don't think so. If you need a box of 3/8 staples, let me know. Let me go grab this trash can real quick. Over here on the other side. Might as well take a drink of my drink while I'm over here. All right. There are some batteries over here. I don't know what I was trying to do. I was using this as a charging Charging station, this stuff has since moved. From one flat surface to another flat surface. All right, what do we got going on here now? I've got another Ethernet cable. Why? I have no idea. What is this? Cat 5. It's gonna be a monumental step for me. Glad this is on camera. Throwing this cable away. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna get thrown away. Ah, needed this. These are footballs, or for our football in the camper. Batteries. Knew they were around here somewhere. We got to light up football in our camper that we take, and it's starting to die. Oh, all right. That CD's seen better. That's still fine. Hi Kings, great band. If you've never heard them. All right. Wow. I don't even know where this came from. Most likely probably my dad's. Don't even... I know it's for sockets, so I'll put it over with the sockets. It's where I wish you guys could follow me around the shop, because you would see that I'm now way back behind the lathe. Walking past all these hurdles. I think this weekend I need to get all these logs out back and put on the log rack. That's the only way it's gonna work. What? Now where did you come from? Garbage. Got a lot of stuff out here that's probably gonna end up being garbage. Oh, nice paintbrush. Put this over here in the paint corner, which also is far away. Yeah. Hopefully the audio is working as I'm walking around the shop. Maybe we'll get a little bit of, since I'm working in this area right now, adjust the camera. Oh. You ever just have so much stuff that you don't want it? And like things like this is a box for a waggle controller to tell us how hot it is in the camper when we are out with our dog. Do I need to keep the box? Probably not. It does have a bunch of numbers on the back. Maybe I'll just take pictures of this on my phone when I'm done. Pitch the box. Nothing else is in there. Screws. I'm a sucker for keeping screws. Do you guys have a giant tin of screws? I have giant bins of screws. Let's put it that way. I'm not past the tin stage. What in the world is this? RV water heater, drain plug, and wrench. Well, I've got one on there that I think is actually thicker than these. So the wrench might come in handy, and the tape. These plugs, not so much. Let's do the old Well, I don't know. Let's just put it on the pegboard. Might come in handy down the road. We got here. Check out that. Check out this relic. So this is from Lowe's back in the day. Check out that old Lowe's sticker on there. Bet the tape still good. And it kind of has a theme with Teflon tape, so it's going to go over there with that. Here's some trash. Small screws. Nails, nuts, washers. Look at that. Not verified yet, but I just made 25 cents. Boom. Most productive stream. Most money I've made off a stream or a video to date. All right, that's garbage. That's garbage. Tiny biscuits. All right. Probably go put this. These are little tiny screwdrivers. This jigsaw is probably trash. Put these up. My biggest thing is putting things back when I'm done. Oh man, we're also gonna need to seriously organize our rolling carts. It's been on my mind for a few years now. All right, we're getting there. We do need this because I need to take this off. So let me grab the drill. Where did the, whoa, almost fell. Where did my impact drill go? Yeah. Let's see, it's probably out here in the greater shop. Found it. It was all the way up by the cars. While I'm in here, I'm just gonna sockets. So that's where that's. All right. Let's tighten this thing down. I do need to get some vice jaws for this thing. I do like this vise. I just don't know where I want to put it yet. Might make more sense on the other side of this workbench. I only say that because this doesn't make any sense over there. Because I'd like to be able to have the freedom to lay this down when I want to. Yep, so for now, it's just getting moved. At least it's not heavy. I'm gonna put it down here on this table saw that's not mine, that's just sitting in the middle of my shop collecting dust. All right. I don't think I need this, but I could. That's the thing when you can't remember what you need, what you don't need. That's why we end up with cluttered shops and a whole bunch of junk. All right, what we got up here? It's just garbage. It's just garbage. This is just all old stuff. All-purpose leak detector. That is for the gas line out here, which I don't need anymore because the gas is fine. Gas is fine, he says. All right, what else? What we got in here? So this is our, oh, do we have, it'd be so nice if we had a vessel or a bowl to put this dart stuff in. Maybe that's a project, maybe somebody remind me. That's a project for another day. Right now I do have these bins here. I do have a second one I can get. There we go. Let's see. Does that fit that? Nice. And then we just have chalk. All right. More chalk. Wait, did I throw away a good pad? Still got some life in it. Check it out. Electric tape. Never know when you're going to find some tape. Some old darts. A dart tool. That's a vacuum adapter. This is, if I ever need to remount that. All right, rest is trash. This is actually a, is there anything in this box? Ah, tails. Holy smokes, there's a load of tails in here. Dart. Sharpener. Okay. So this needs to stay out. We need a good spot for this. Maybe it can just go right behind the dartboard. That's the best spot for it. There's so many cobwebs since we took off. We kind of left this for about 6 months out here, this whole shop area. And the spiders have gone crazy. We just kind of come out here with the shop vac one day and just suck up everything. Especially over here, the dart corner was never really good anyways. But down low I can see just a whole bunch of stuff. A real good deep cleaning is needed. Let's put it that way. Okay, that can go there. Sandpaper goes over with the turning tools. We can go right behind the camera here and grab a dustpan. Might as well clean while we go. I don't think I need this drill while I'm here. Yeah. All right. I don't want to just brush it on the floor, even though I know that's what's going to happen. So my thought is get this all cleaned up because I have a project starting this weekend where I'm gonna need the miter saw and probably most of this tabletop doing some kind of like wainscoting trim in our upstairs bathroom on the wall. So I gotta have a good clean area, which also reminds me, I need to get a new miter saw blade. Put that on my list of everything. All right. I gotta find all these. I have these bench cookies. Forget where I got them. Maybe Amazon. Bench gripper. Somewhere. I have a whole stack of them. They are missing. They're gonna live right there right now. All right, let me get this off the bench because I don't want it to break anymore. This is my daughter's handprints when she was a baby. You can go under here until we clean out underneath the bench. What do we have here? This looks like a piece of Schluter. You know what that means? Garbage. No Schluter projects going on right now. All right. I know I said I didn't want to brush it onto the ground, but listen. Sometimes you just have to. Sometimes the world tells you to do things. All right. Now let's move this Rikon. This is what I want to do. So this monstrosity, I like Rikon, but this is their solution for dust collection for this thing, which kind of makes sense. I feel like it could just be one hose, and then you just move it from side to side, because I'm never really using both sides of the sander at the same time with dust collection. I just feel like you're always looking for maximum suckage. I'm sure there's a correct term for it, but that's what I call it. Some epoxy up there with the staples, because that doesn't make sense. All right. There's that. See, this is nice down here because I also have a plug down here at the end. Let's make sure it works. It does. Yeah, cleaning. Wunderbar. So I'll have to come through here with this shop vac and vacuum up all this fine dust. Another question for the audience. Packaging for saw blades. Do you keep it or not? This is a 6-inch hole saw blade, which I find every so often. I think it's in one of my upright tool chests. But I've never put it back in here. So, garbage. Look at that. We're making progress. Oh, man. Oh, and I love these containers. These are great. Of course, this one's empty. I think most of mine are currently empty. These are from IKEA. Great for just little parts here and there. Here is a staple gun. I can go up there. Got a coping saw. You know what? Just for safety, I'm going to unplug that sander while I'm working around it. And then I guess I will just go ahead and attach the dust collection, just so it's out of the way, I guess. Yeah, so it's not really, and it takes up so much room. I guess I could probably cut them down. Here's some interesting, probably end up using these soon, because I think I'm going to get into some segmented turning, but picked up these thin boards, gosh, now probably 5 years ago at the woodworking conference, at a little stand there. Don't know why. I don't do knife blanks or anything, and these are too small for that, but I'll use them for some kind of inlays. So for now, they're gonna make their way over to the tool wall. Sorry, you guys don't get to watch me walk. I think I need another drink while I'm working though. So how's everyone's day going? Hopefully yours is going well. Mine's all right. I'm out here in the shop, so I can't really complain. That needs some altering. Oh, all right. Oh, there's so much stuff out here. All right. Probably can't show what I'm drinking on camera, so leave that over there. All right, so time to move the camera yet. I think we can probably migrate this feed. Yeah, there we go. Maybe even slide it back some. That's the nice thing about this gimbal, at least. I can have it on uneven surfaces and it's still somewhat level. Let's see what we got here. TV wall mount manual, that's garbage. I don't know if this is just a me thing, but out of all of the wall mounts I've bought for TVs, that's where I accrue most of my bolts. I rarely buy bolts, and these tend to be what I use when I need things. There's a bolt and a pin on the ground. So let's get rid of all this plastic trash. I should probably sort these by size, but as you can see, this is much more organized than what I was working with. If you have a better idea, let me know. Leave a comment. I wish my nose would stop being sniffly. It's all the dust out here. Okay. That. Another piece of trash gone. Great. Oh, and here's some washers. Always need washers. Spacers. I'll take them just because they're here. Boom. All right, trash. Bunch of batteries. That is a shield. Wall anchors. I won't use those. Those are crazy. Those are crazy wall anchors. Not getting used. Vintage hand drill. Deserves a prominent spot on some vintage peg hooks. Maybe. Let's do them about 4 apart. All right. I don't even know what the purpose of these peg hooks are right here. I guess just to hold stuff like that. Steel brush, drywall saw. Oh, and dropped it. I really need someone that's really good at organization to come in and just change everything or organize it. I'm good at just looking at stuff and putting it in things. Like, are all these spiral... I think all of these blades right here, I think these are all Dremel down cut. I got just a couple of them. They're all just laying out. Oh, let's pull out the vintage Dremel here. Ew. Well, some kind of bug or something made a home in here. Have to clean that out. That's gross. Why pick a Dremel case out of all the wood that's in the shop? But who cares? Hey, we need one of those. USB charging block. Never have enough. Also love these things. All the little free levels that you get with these TV mounts. I use those things like crazy. Take a couple, I have a couple in our camper just for little things here and there. All right, so peg hooks. Do I even? Start getting things, drawers back in here. I always like the idea of these bolt organizers, but I will admit it, I am not the most organized person, so they never really come in that handy for me. This needs to go out here. And then this little, does this have all the pieces to it? Holy smokes. Wow. I'm not a task force fan, but it's not every day you come across a screwdriver and socket set that has every piece and bit, especially in my shop. Do I have? It's a good addition for the camper. Toolbox out there. Got just a couple sockets. I think that would be better. I'll bring those other sockets in, put that out there. That's a good replacement. Shears go out there. What else can go out there? Oh my gosh. What are these from? Another thing about having shop space, I guess, I would say, is that as people start downsizing, and I'm a sucker for being cheap, I'll take any tools that anybody offers me for free. And I think that's where you get tools like these little screwdrivers. But these are two little Stanleys. Got a Phillips and flathead, so I think I probably got these from my father-in-law. So they'll go over in the tool rack with all the other screwdrivers. And here I thought they were going to be junky at first. Turns out to be a couple of Stanleys. All right. We're making a little bit of progress. Oh, probably can't drink that on there. All right. And this string, I should probably just cut it if I had a knife over here. I think I bought this spool of string, gosh, I don't know, 8 years ago. And we've been using it without cutting it. As you can tell, it has a big clump in the center. We've been using it without cutting it for all of our layouts outside. Like when we first moved into this place, had to lay out where I was going to put in the chain link fence. So we use this to outline it. But we never cut it, always stays the same size. And it usually is hanging on a peg hook like that, so I can easily know where it is. Tool Kits and Apron, Nicholas from Los Angeles. I think this was my dad's. So we'll hang that up here. That's garbage. Maybe it's not garbage, but it's garbage. I'm tired of keeping stuff like that. Mounting Dream. Basketball hoop that I will never fix, so it'll hang up there. Sorry you guys are looking at my back so much. It's just hard to do this with my back not towards you guys. But there are so many just little things. Like why do I have Cat 6 connectors or Cat 5 connectors? I don't even think I have the tool that you need to put the wires in. Must have came with something. But you never know when you'll need it. Find a drawer and store it in there. These are air hose. I just saw the other piece somewhere. Yep, it goes right there. More spacers. Hanging jewel from an old light or chandelier. Some heat shrink tape. Some more blades. Gosh. It is funny how much stuff you just throw and don't even think about it. This Lego shark has been a part of my workbench since I've had a workbench, so he's going back in there. This is a latch, if I'm not mistaken. It's part of a latch system. I have no clue where it came from. This is the problem I run into. Don't know where it came from. Sure, I'll keep it. What is this? Best guess as to what this covers? Couldn't tell you. All right, here's a bit of trash. Another nozzle to pump up air. I gotta put a little container over by the air compressor. Another screwdriver, bit set. That's a Torx head that goes in there, but it's all right. I know what this is for. I know what it's for, I just can't remember. I might need it. Ah, this is a very specific tool. As I'm walking to the screwdrivers to put it over there. Do you guys know what this tool is? So it's a very small plastic wrench, and if I can get it to focus, it's got 3 pegs coming out the top. So this is a very specific tool for a pair of ice skates that I have that you can take the blade off. This screws in the blade. So back over here to the screwdriver bin. Put it over there with all these. And then bits one down here in the bits area. Man, we're actually making some decent progress. Let's get a little bit more up and maybe over. All right. Oh, some more of those can go in there with that. I think that goes on a tube on an amp. Could be mistaken. At one point in time, I was getting into building guitars and amps, so that's why. Maybe not in here. It actually they might all be in here. I think I might have moved them. At one point, I had a whole rig of stuff for just building guitars and that kind of thing. Kind of fell out of it. Only made one guitar complete, and then made another body of a guitar, which I have the body of the guitar somewhere around here. And another deep cut project I want to work on is I have then another guitar up in the attic here of a guitar I picked up off of somebody that tried building one and painting an old, I keep wanting to say Gretsch, but it's not a Gretsch. It's electric. But it's all just in pieces. It needs to be stripped. It needs a ton of work. I've had that. I think I paid him. I think I paid $20, maybe $40 for the guitar and case in 2008. So not a bad investment, but I haven't done anything with it. So it's kind of just a waste of space right now. And it's been sitting up in the attic here, which gets super hot. So I would never suggest storing a guitar up there. Oh, where did that other one go? I had a second. Must have put it in the bin already. What is that? That looks familiar. I don't know. Just going in the bin. Let's get all these razor blades picked up. Tiny little screws can go in there. This battery can go in there. I'm just going to throw this away. No good keeping it. Just like I got these. Oh my gosh. How I said I was building guitars. Well, here's a lot of the cable and old cable in general. It's just one bolt and nut. Making our way down. Just a bolt and nut. There we go. See, look. Another phone mount, extra bolts. Do that one here in a minute. Oh, nice. Whole box. 1-inch drywall screws. Those are going to come in handy. Probably should leave those close by for the bathroom project. Let's hang that. Oh, no, actually, nail gun stuff goes over with the nail gun. We're organizing here, Chip, not de-organizing. Merry Christmas from Greenland. Is it Christmas time already? In Greenland? Might be. Last I checked, it was just now June. All right. Kid's bag of treasures from many beach trips, because that belongs on the workbench. Put this over here with the stuff that needs to go out of the shop. These. What? Oh, these are the... I got it. I know what all this stuff is. This is for the bikes. So, look, my old brain sometimes needs a minute to think. All right, there we go. We got some more pegs up. Got to move some pegs over. I don't know about this. I'm sure it's good. Maybe if I find a outlet that needs replaced, I'll use this one. It's just an outlet with USBs. Nothing real fancy. But no one even uses USBs anymore. Everything's USB-C. USB-C now. I think this ruler that goes in this bag is in the pantry. Why? I don't know. Another box for the camper. Do I need it? I don't know. Mental note, take pictures so we can get rid of that. All right. It's an interesting Allen key. Another peg hook. Just put it in wherever you can. Microphone thing falls. You know you're doing good. Check this out. So this is funny. This is, yeah, you can see it. This is a drink coaster from California. It's one of the things I remember growing up was using these drink coasters. No one in our family has ever been here. Why this was in our house growing up, don't know. But it's funny. I like it. So, I don't know how I ended up with it, but I kept it. I'm always going to keep it. It's out here in the shop. Look at that. We got another section done. Just in time. I'm going to get all this cleaned up. What does this go to? Oh, I was trying to make the thing. I'm going to get all this cleaned up and then start on this project, and then it's going to be a mess again. But that's the way the shop works. Probably won't record much of that project because it's just cutting one bys and nailing them up. I don't know. It's not as exciting. That's why it's taking me so long to get to it. When cleaning the shop is more fun, then you know it's not a fun project at all. All right, this needs to leave. This out of the way. That was a waste of money. Oh. Put this 2x4 on the other side of the shop, closer to all the wood. Oh, shirt down. There we go. Is that all ant holes? Holy smokes. Might have to get some ant killer. All right. Let's get you guys a different angle. Bringing you closer. Yeah, let's do this kind of shot here. See if I can get you back even further. Oh, how's that? Does that look good? Should be able to see what's going on. We've already been streaming here for 56 minutes. I don't think we're going to make it all the way through this. But while we are, let's charge up this battery. Another bag of trash. A couple CDs. They can go up there on the speaker. Oh. Yeah. Sorry if I hit you guys. Just had to get the trash away from you. Another 2x4. Actually, this one can go in the short wood storage. Suction goes in the basket on the floor. What do we got in here? Alright. Like I was saying before with that other set, it's very rare that I have a whole complete set of tools in the shop. Like this is a gear wrench ratchet. It doesn't even fit in this case, which means it doesn't go with this set. And this, oh. I tried using this. I don't think they ever work. Okay, let's get rid of that. That's trash, 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 trash. Not trash. Let me take some stuff with me while I go. Couple wrenches. Every time, gotta take something every time. Yeah. I feel like I'm walking a tightrope to get across that. Wrenches go in there. That guy goes in there. So this view that you guys have here, this is like my makeshift miter stand. And for the most part, if I had a better blade on here, gets the job done. So I've got two of these bridges, as I call them, that I can just slide down the workbench at any level for whatever I'm cutting. I've got one on each side. And then if it's really long and I'm cutting on this side, I'll slide both of them over here, and or I'll rest some boards on the sink way over there. but not too bad. Like, this is a hand-me-down Delta miter saw. This is my next big purchase. Will be a miter saw that I want. I don't like this one. It's pretty. I think it's just a 10-inch. But one safety thing, if you see how it's down now and the guard moves out of the way, well, the guard doesn't retract, which is no big deal. You can do that while you're retracting it, but I don't know. Miter saws have come a long way since that guy was made back in the 90s. So, we got a whole bunch of spacers and bolts here. Which is nice. We can just put them in here. Oh, spacer or washers. Is there a rhyme or reason where I put things? Nope. But I do know that most of my black hardware is stored in this little one over here. Okay, that can be thrown away. That can be thrown away. I think you guys are witnessing me throw away the most I've ever thrown. It's all just junk if you can't use it. Black hardware. Oh my gosh. Did somebody just donate? We just made another 25 cents. We're up to 50 cents on this stream. Huh. That is almost enough for a can of Coke. I actually don't know how much a can of Coke is these days. Bought a 12-pack the other day for $10. So I don't think $1 would cut it anymore. That's pretty outrageous that it was $10. That light bulb might be used at Christmas. I have no clue. The heck is this? Is that a magnet? It's like an old magnet. Do I have use for a magnet anywhere? Guess it'll sit up there until I figure that out. All right. These pencils are fantastic. Love these pencils. And I'm right in the boat with Adam Savage and Dave Fogler on these pencils. I love to use them, and I have a whole box of them in my workbench, and they've changed them since I bought these, and since those guys have been using them. They're not this color anymore, so I kind of joke around on Dave's channel about them every so often. But yeah, the Papermate Sharp Rider #2, great pencil. I'm actually working on, gosh, I think I started back in November, just acquiring writing utensils for woodworking, and more specifically for wood turning, because we deal with a lot of rough cut logs and everything, and what the best writing utensil is for that. So don't know when that video will ever come out, but it is something I've been looking into for quite a while now, and I end up buying like pencils all the time, which is crazy. You would think I'm like an avid writer. Not really, just love a good pencil. So if you have any ideas or your favorite pencil, leave a comment down below. Maybe I'll check it out. If it's good enough, maybe I'll put it in the video. Could change the woodworking world with your idea. Where do I put this stuff? Maybe I just put a bunch of hooks on all the pegboard, and we we just do it that way. these out of the way here. All right. So next time I head over there, take that. All right, what we got? We got a bit of garbage and a locking black bolt. Wish I had a knife. You know, it'd be nice. Yeah. Can I use this? Perfect. Put them in with all these other ones. You know, the back of TVs always have weird size screw holes, so. Also, I don't know what TV you're holding up with these monster bolts. I think it's gotta be heavy. Look and see what time it is. There we go. Put this back on the wall. Throw that away. Oh, I need that screwdriver. Maybe that's why it was over here. That shop vac. I'll do all my shop vacuuming off camera so I don't blow out your eardrums. Yeah. But it'll need to happen because these things are dirty. Oh, look, here's another. Another staple gun. All right, that can go up here. This was a TikTok shop find. Do love these little stoves, but it doesn't go in the shop. Goes out there. Ah! Yes, been missing these. Cyclone dustbin collector. More paperwork. I don't know what I'll ever do or use. Let's see, anybody else comment? Nope, still just Merry Christmas in Greenland. All right. We're getting there. We're almost to the end. Just need a good vacuum when we're done here. Like, what even came in these large? I don't even know. Drywall tape, because I use that a lot. I don't. That was me telling a fib. More trash bags. Grab these other trash bags while I'm over here. I found the shop is good for collecting all the shop or the trash bags that we buy for the house that don't get used. We'll use them out here. This shelf back here is another day of work. I'm going to show you guys right now. All right. Might as well just start on this end. Seems to be the easiest. That needs to go out with the yard tools. Got drill bits. That's an exploded fuse. Let me set these fuses up here and go buy some. Another drill bit. Another set of tools, I think that would make better sense over at the tool rack. I think this was a Costco purchase of tools. Most of the screwdrivers already live over there, so I think that's where it's gonna go. Gonna get rid of the stand and just work all the drivers eventually into the shelf. I'm also noticing I need to spray the perimeter for spiders. It's about them. Mentioned that already, but there's about 10 billion of them. This is always my favorite staple gun. I don't know why. It's probably because you can squeeze the trigger and shoot staples like it's a gun. But I don't know if that's why. Gosh. Here's an old Google Home. Don't even know what that's out here for. Then this is an old camera charger, which I need to figure out if it's still needed. So I'm just gonna go over there and get out of the shop. This is useful. Oh, that holds a drill. Interesting. Holds a drill and holds lighters. Let's just put this guy up there too, along with this. Those need to be out here. All right. Oh man, Department of Treasury. What'd I get? This was from February 9th, 2022. Oh. It's for back in the day when we got stimulus checks from the government during COVID. It's like, what in the world is that? Why do I have two of those? Allen wrench, go in there. Sure, that is garbage by now. Those teeth look like they're worn down, but I'll put them over here with the tool. Guys, I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it. We just need to pan. Just gonna clean up most of this. I'll shop vac the majority of it. Or I guess we'll shop vac the rest of it. We'll sweep up the majority of it. What the hell is this? That looks like garbage. Let's clean off this back spot. Because my idea here, you guys could probably come closer since I'm way down here now. Let's actually get you away so I can walk in between you and this. All right, so my idea, this is just a little, sorry, there's a scary fake spider over here on the floor. Thought it was real for a moment. All right, back to my idea. My idea is this little tiny bandsaw is only for really small fine work. which I don't really do that often. So it can set up against there nicely. It can rotate out when I need it. Let's get these screws out of here. Backer-on screws. Might also need that in the bathroom project. All right. There we go. Mostly clean workbench. I don't think that's ever been shown on one of my videos. Quick, take a picture. So it's not too bad. You know, we got all this cleaned up now. So the shop vac will get reattached to the miter saw. And go back over here. Hey X, how you doing, man? Hey, I've got a workbench cleaning service that I could come over and help you with. Not real. Well, take that back. If you're smoking some meats, might be up for that. All right, let's put this miter saw back over here. In its makeshift location. Same with this. This is the fancy dust collection. Just throw this behind it for right now. So as I was going through this video, I was saying I needed to get out here and clean up this space because I'm finally got a project going on in the bathroom and need somewhere to work. I think most of it's going to be miter saw work, basically trimming mostly like 1x3s, 4s, and 2s down, doing kind of like a wainscoting paneling setup up there. Haven't been able to work on it due to obvious reasons, and now I'm feeling good enough that I feel like I can tackle it. So just getting everything back together. Hopefully this weekend we'll have some progress on the bathroom. Not so much progress out here. I don't think I'm going to record any of it. But that actually makes me feel much better. Now the rest of the shop, this section in the center where the table saw is and the other stand, yeah, I think we're on a good roll though, because we've been throwing stuff away that we don't need. And good Lord, is it getting warm out here. It's only 85-ish, I want to say, 84, maybe low 80s. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like 87, 88. So it's going to be a lot hotter out here. I might have to, actually, let's go over here. Oh yeah, I would love to see your shop there, X. Sorry, I like the camera on my phone's flipped around, so I have to like run back behind it to see if anybody's messaging anything. But with it being spring and summer, I can now come over here and actually turn this thing off and get the gas shut off. There we go. I don't think we're gonna get any more cold spots or cold patches the rest of this spring. let's see. I think I do love a good brisket, but I'm more of a pulled pork fanboy than anything else. Do love a do love a good pulled pork. I would gladly trade cleaning a workbench. Although we're just cleaning the top of the workbench here. There's still all of this, all of that to go. As well as, you know, the rest of the shop, but luckily the lathe area it stays pretty well clean since I'm recording over there a lot. And then over here, that's my new hoarding corner. That's mostly where all the chemicals and everything live for anything that I do. But I'm actually sorry. Gimbal noob. I think that's actually going to wrap it up for today. I've been out here for well over an hour, and I got to turn the shop back on to, you know, clean up the rest of the stuff. But thanks to everybody who stopped by the stream. If you like what you saw, you know, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down. I don't care. You can also subscribe if you want to see some more. I'm starting to do more live streams on here, on YouTube. Got a couple bowls. We started a bowl this past weekend on stream. I'm going to be finishing that up probably this weekend, I would say, on stream. We got a couple other bowls for videos and a whole bunch of stuff. We also did just get, let me get this real fast. Before we sign off, it just came in the mail before I came out here. So let's open this up real fast. Throw away the garbage while we're doing it. So I hadn't started it yet, but I was looking at old videos last night, so I ordered some bottle opener hardware. We're going to be probably doing it on stream, starting the summer 2025 bottle opener collection. So here in the next couple weeks, we'll start turning. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 5 boards that I can do 2 handles out of each. And then I got a couple blanks, I got a couple black walnut burl blanks that I don't know if I have to infuse with resin or not. I don't know if they're too brittle to make into a handle, so we might experiment on one of those. But the 2025 summer release of bottle openers will be coming soon. Sold all of them that I had last year, so that was awesome. And we got, I think there's 10 in here, so we got enough to do 10 handles to start out with, and we'll see how they go this year. I'm not going to put those right there since I just cleaned off the workbench. Put them back over there or somewhere else that's messy. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, leave a comment, check out some other videos on the channel. Go check out X's videos and stuff that he does, and I will see you guys next time.